Millions of people in southern Africa are being pushed into hunger because of the worst drought in decades. About a third of southern African countries are on red alert, having declared emergencies after crops failed. The head of the Regional Development Community says up to 68 million people are in need of assistance and has launched an appeal for $5.5 billion in aid.
Hello again. Wednesday brought us some big contrasts in the weather across the UK. Now, for the north and west of the country, we did have a lot of cloud and that brought some outbreaks of rain at times. You can see that on the combined satellite and radar picture. Some of the heaviest rain went into western Scotland, where we also had some of the lowest temperatures. For example, in Harris, we only had temperatures of 14 degrees. In sharp contrast to that, skipping across these various weather fronts, we actually had plenty of sunshine and quite hot weather across East Anglia and South East England, with temperatures peaking at 30 degrees in Cambridge. Confirmation then that the weather did indeed look a lot cheerier for some.
Good morning, everyone. Something that has happened today, if you like, it's come out from the Met Office, is the naming of storms. Now, these are the storm names for the next season, so that starts on the 1st of September this year. There's a lot of them around. The storms are named by the Met Office so that it raises awareness of them, you can follow them, it tells you about the impacts of them, and you may remember them a bit better as a result of all of this. They have never got beyond L. L was the last one we had in the last season, which was Lillian just last week. And this system was launched in 2015. Quite relevant as well, the J, the James, is named after Captain James Martin Stagg, who, if you remember, was very much involved in advising Eisenhower about the D-Day weather forecast. They're named by the Met Office and also the Dutch Met Service and Met Éireann. So that starts on Sunday, the 1st of September, the first day of the meteorological autumn, I should say. Now, today we're looking at sunny spells and scattered showers.
Carol, how many storms, how many times have the storms been named Carol?
Never. And amazingly, Naga, there's never been one called Naga either, or Charlie.
Why amazingly, Carol?
I'll let you work that one out yourself, Nags.
We'll kick up a storm later on, I'm sure we will. Carol, thanks very much. See you later.
Thanks.
There's a beautiful backdrop there. I'll get to that in a second. You were telling us about the new storm names, weren't you? You said there's never been a storm Carol. There has, right. Though. I did a little bit of digging around. The name Hurricane Carol was amongst the worst tropical cyclones on record to affect the states of Connecticut and Rhode Island in 1954. Do you know what damage you did, right? You had 110-mile-per-hour sustained winds. You caused 72 fatalities. And at that time, in 1954, this is all you, Carol, $450 million in damage. Wowzers.
Well, that is pretty catastrophic, I must say, Naga. But there's never been a storm Carol named in the UK, is what I was talking about. But there's still time.
Yes, there's definitely time. Why have you got such a gorgeous... Is that the Northern Lights behind you?
It certainly is. Good morning, everybody. Last night, some of us were lucky enough to see the Northern Lights, more especially across parts of North East Scotland. This is from one of our weather watchers, taken in the Highlands in Nairn. Oh, they're so spectacular when you see them.
59,000 entries. How do you go through those? You've got to be pretty brutal, though, haven't you, if you've got that many? Carol would be good at that.
Not sure that's a compliment, Naga.
Of course, you have a very discerning eye. That's exactly what I was saying. Didn't you get that?
No, but thank you. I'll take it as a compliment in that case. Good morning, everybody. Cracking photos there, especially of the happy stoat. Now, this morning is a beautiful start to the day for many of us. This Weather Watchers picture was taken a wee bit earlier in Essex, but it's fresher than it has been in the last couple of mornings. But here at home, Mike was absolutely right. It's looking set fair for the cricket. In fact, this is a picture I took, well, I didn't take, one of our weather watchers took earlier of Reading. Lovely blue skies. But it is a fresher start to the day today than it was yesterday, more or less across the board.
Do you have to sift through a lot of pictures every morning to get those pictures? Because they come in every day, don't they?
They certainly do. These are our Weather Watchers pictures, Charlie, and we're jolly grateful for them. They're beautiful as well. Now, the one behind me is looking a wee bit stormy, and the reason it's been picked this morning is because the Met Office has just launched the storm names for the new storm season. It starts on the 1st of September, which of course is Sunday, and that's the first day of the meteorological autumn, and it runs through to the 31st of August next year, which is the end of the meteorological summer. It's done on impact, so they're named so that we take heed of them, we can follow their progress, and we really take heed of the warnings associated with them. So the main impacts we're looking at are medium to high and especially wind. But snow and rain are also taken into account. And it's done in conjunction with the Dutch Met Service and also Met Erin. And together they come up with names. The public are invited to suggest names. So some of them are chosen, as you can see here, but some are chosen by the different services. So for example, we've got James this year. This was named because of Group Captain James Stagg, who, as you know, was very much involved in advising Eisenhower for the weather forecast for the D-Day landings. So there's a lot involved in this, and it was launched in 2015. We've only ever got as far as L, I'm very glad to say.
First, this is always a sign that autumn's on the way. The full list of named storms for the coming season has been published by the Met Office. Darren, tell us more.
Yes, it has. Anna, thanks very much. The season, of course, starts just in a few days' time on the 1st of September. And we started naming storms in the UK in 2015 to raise awareness of severe weather and aid communication. And in those days, it was the UK Met Office and the Irish Met Service. And in 2019, the Dutch joined in, which is why you'll see a couple of Dutch names in that new list. You won't see a storm Darren, you won't see a storm Anna. And if your name's Yvonne, you'll never be a named storm, because in line with the Americans that name the hurricanes in the National Hurricane Centre, they only use 21 storm names. Now, there's no storms to come as we head into the end of summer and the start of autumn. The next few days looking fairly quiet, dry for most. There'll be some sunshine around as well, but later on Sunday we could see some different storms, some thunderstorms heading our way.
Hold on to the sunshine, although it just won't be as hot as yesterday. In fact, temperatures through much of this afternoon a tone or a step down from yesterday, coming in between 21 to 23 degrees Celsius, but we still had the sunshine, just a much fresher feel for all. I think for most, it will be dry through much of the day on Saturday, turning more humid though into Sunday with a bit warmer weather and some showers.
Can't believe they were smiling, because I know how much rain there has been in Northern Ireland over the last few weeks. Actually, today has been quite a quiet day, and for the first time in many a week, we've almost seen sunshine topping and tailing the country. There has been a few scattered showers across Scotland, but you can see in East Lothian, beautiful day throughout much of the day, and a similar story as well further south in Cornwall. We had lots of blue sky and lots of sunshine. It was a little bit fresher, but hopefully certainly better.
Another decent day, comfortable temperatures, I thought, nice.
Better than yesterday. It was a little bit too humid, wasn't it? Perfect late summer's day, in actual fact. Hardly a cloud in the sky first thing this morning. Into the afternoon, we did see some fair weather cloud developing, but it's not spoiled the story. Temperatures still peaking in the low 20s in one or two spots.
Hello there. Whilst it was a bit cooler and fresher today, most of us got to enjoy some warm sunshine. We have seen more cloud though earlier on pushing eastwards across Scotland. That's been bringing some showers as well.
And I'm at RHS Garden Harlow Car this evening with a full UK forecast for the final days of meteorological summer. And we'll be taking a look at the storm season names for September. And many places will be getting a late boost of sunshine for the final days of meteorological summer. I'll have the full UK forecast in just a few minutes.
We are almost at the end of the summer, but is it going to be an enjoyable last few days?
Yes, certainly for parts of northern England and Scotland, which have had a rather damp and cool week or two. Some better news over the next few days or so. And I'm at RHS Garden Harlow Car this evening in Harrogate. Somewhere in the north of England, it's safe to say, has had a rather wet summer so far. In fact, they've seen a bit of a blurring of the seasons here, with the summer flowers arriving a little later. The autumn flowers already beginning to bloom, and the borders are full of both of them. Of course, with the wet conditions this summer, they've also had quite a few problems with slugs and snails. It's looking absolutely beautiful, though, here this evening. Now, back to today. The Met Office today has announced the storm names for this season. It starts on the 1st of September, the new season, and here they are. Now, since 2015, the Met Office has been using us, the public, to name the storms, just to get us more familiar with them and be prepared for extreme weather events and storms as they happen. And certainly it was a busy storm season this season. We got to Elle with Lillian last week, and no real problems with storms over the next few days or so, but we do know with a warming climate that severe weather is likely to occur more often and storms will become more frequent. Certainly no problems with storms as we end meteorological summer this weekend. If we take a look at the air mass, we can see slightly fresher conditions across the UK today. Yesterday got to around 30, today around 23 or 24. But the good news is northern parts of England and Scotland as we head into this weekend will be offered more in the way of sunshine and more settled conditions. But there will be some thundery showers elsewhere. Here are the details. The next couple of days giving many of us some lovely warm spells of sunshine. There's a risk of a few showers to come, particularly in the southeast, perhaps during Saturday afternoon. Other than that, light winds and feeling very pleasant as we roll into this weekend.